Tory Lanez was found guilty. Meg won the court case. That you probably already seen it over social media. And the lesson I want people to take away from this, for all my men that are watching this, men, boys, this was a losing situation to begin with. Tory Lanez put himself in a position where alcohol, females, and a gun were all mixed in together. And regardless of the outcome, that should have been a situation he should have never put himself in. And it sucks to say, because as a man, you need to have the situational awareness to, hey, this doesn't seem to be propping up to be good. Not saying Tory Lanez should have looked into the future and saw, whoa, this was going to blow up and then shots were going to be fired from various people. And then no, but you're in a situation of, we got 2 females, we got multiple sexual relationships, we got alcohol, you trying to be with somebody else. And we also got weapons involved in this. And then from there, escalating forward. And, on top of the fact that Tory and Meg have careers, multi-million-dollar careers. And this is something that instead of creating music together or keeping it, keeping things cordial, it blew up to this manner. And Tory, being a man, a pretty successful man, should have known better, is extremely unfortunate. I know some of you are watching this right now like, who you expected to win the case? How you thought? Listen, if Tory shot Meg, I think it's pretty obvious that the man should get locked up. Likewise, if Meg was lying, this was all BS, we need to see Meg locked up. And initially when this whole situation happened, I was a bit blown away by all these rappers and artists that were like, oh, Tory Lanez needs to get shot up. Not shot. Tory Lanez needs to get locked up. But some of these rappers, they do worse, all right? There's a couple battery and sexual allegations against some of these rappers when it comes to females. I'm surprised the industry shied away from and, try to use Tory as a punching bag. But initially, to me, it was just weird. The fact that I was like, all right, this man got this money, shooting, and the reaction, I'm like, hey, for now, these are allegations. Nothing hasn't been proven. I'm pretty neutral on the situation, depending on how things go. But clearly, there was a favorable position towards Meg because of the female. The fact she was able to speak a lot more on social media in comparisons to Tory Lanez, I found to be pretty BS. I'm like, oh, okay, anytime he speaks on Twitter, now we got a situation, but she's over here to do interviews. She's over here to preach. Yeah, this isn't making any sense. And most recently with some crazy evidence showing that Tory Lanez wasn't the only one with a strap. There was somebody else who shot. When we talk about Meg's best friend, changes the entire story completely. And unfortunately, it looks like Tory is going to be facing at max 22 years as he gets deported because he was found guilty of this situation. For me personally, based on the information that there's somebody else, we didn't have conclusive evidence as far as Tory's DNA, the clips, so on and so forth. This should, I believe, this shouldn't have been a guilty verdict. But of course, I'm not going to lose sleep over this and tell myself, oh man, why we needed the music? It's just, at the end of the day, we have adults that got themselves in a terrible situation, should have been more responsible, should have been more conscious of their alcohol, the relationship dynamics. And now we're at this point. And this is what I'm talking to y'all for the men right now listening to this, the boys. Anytime you're with a female, please, for the love of God, number one, if you have a weapon on you, you have a strap, cool. Inform anybody that you have a strap. If there's any alcohol that's going to be consumed at any point, understand who you with. Understand how's their liquor, how they able to hold their liquor. How can situations fall from here? And most importantly, be the bigger man. If there's an argument between somebody else, honestly, let them scrap it. If we were to go down that road, the case of, trying to separate an argument between Meg and her best friend, for using that example, if there's an argument, just stay away from it. Stay away from them. Don't put yourself in these situations. Likewise, females. If there's any girls listening to this right now, understand the guy that you're with. Understand how he is. Understand if he is level-headed. How is he under the liquor? What is your relationship with him? You don't want to put yourself in a situation that you're with someone crazy, doesn't know how to handle himself, and we got shots firing off in the air. we can't be putting ourselves in these situations. So overall, man, it's just unfortunate that we're seeing two successful individuals that at some point were close and now it's gotten to this point. And with that, that's more or less what I want to discuss for the Megan Tory case overall.